Just how slow is China's economy? Well, for part of the answer, we go south, way south to Australia. More specifically, to that country's mines. The iron ore extracted from the rich red soil headlined the massive resources boom down under, much of it sold and blasted into high-grade steel for China's construction sector. As mainland Chinese demand slackened, mining giants BHP Billiton and Rio Tinto responded by slashing Australian jobs, shelving expansion plans, and reining in spending. This chart shows it all. From its peak in early 2011, the price of iron ore tumbled by more than half to its most recent lows this September. Now, though, as you can see, the commodity is at last showing signs of life. Investor Mark Mobius.
Iron ore demand will continue at a high level in China. You may see some stockpiling and therefore no growth for a year or so, but the general trend is up. They will continue to import more and more.
Rio Tinto has just reported a rise in third quarter iron ore output and held on to its 2012 production targets, saying its operations were performing strongly. Competitor Fortescue, meanwhile, says it's boosting output by 25% this quarter, a rebound for the company that sells most of its ore to Chinese steel mills. Even so, the Australian Central Bank expects fresh stimulus-driven demand from China for the country's commodities to be modest, cutting interest rates while warning domestic mining investment would peak earlier and at a lower level than expected. Even some longtime commodity bulls are changing their view, like fund manager Puru Saxena.
Chinese consumption only accounts for about a tenth of European and American consumption combined. So I don't buy into this theory that China alone is going to pull out the world into recession. America and Europe are simply too big. And if demand doesn't pick up over there anytime soon, this commodities patch, I think, is going to disappoint most investors.
So while these positive signs for Australia's mining sector may hint at a recovery for China, we're still a long way from a return to the boom days for both economies.